Blessed day, everyone, and welcome to It's When Lightning Strikes. If this is your first time joining, my name is Grace, and I will be your host. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning here in the Mojave Desert, and a whopping 86 degrees. So it's getting a little brutal here in terms of heat that never goes away. So we're going to start a series on the teachings of the grandfathers, and this is going to be the introductory video to have some basic groundwork information moving forward as we go through these. And then we'll have a video on each individual teaching, and then we'll have kind of a wrap-up video after that. So 9 in totality. So the teachings of the grandfathers are really, I would say, ancient. That's how I think of them, are ancient teachings, a way of being in modern times for words people would understand, morals, values, a code of conduct, a way of being, a way to govern oneself while you were here. And there are 7 in total, starting with humility, honesty, respect, bravery, wisdom, truth, and love. And while they're all an individual teaching, they are interconnected, meaning they're not standalones. You're not just waking up one day and picking and choosing which teaching you're going to attempt to emulate that day or be that day. So they're to be lived simultaneously to the best of one's ability every day. And the other thing to understand about the teachings is if you are not living the teaching itself, then you're living its opposite. So, meaning, if you're not being honest with yourself and everyone that you're having dealings with, then you're being dishonest. Okay? If you're not being respectful, then you're being disrespectful. So to not live the teaching is to be living its opposite, which touches on the concept of duality, but that's a can of worms, so we're not going to get into that, hopefully. So the other thing to understand about the teachings is that they are represented by one of our relatives in the natural world. For example, humility is represented by our wolf relatives. So part of understanding the teaching is understanding the teacher. In this case, our wolf relatives. So this journey is going to require a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of learning, a lot of introspection on what you do learn and how it all fits together, how it translates to us, and how we can be living as our relatives are emulating. So this is a lot of work to understand. And I could talk literally for, months and years about all of this stuff, but you're not going to understand. So this is an individual journey. So you'll have a foundation to start from, but the journey is yours. So what we're doing essentially is relearning an old way of being. And certainly there are peoples of both the past and current times that understand and live by these teachings of old. So as we go through them, especially the first one, humility, I will be digging into that a lot deeper than probably any of the others, just to kind of show you the process and give you a foundation of how to navigate through this process. I do want you to know that everything I talk about in terms of our relatives is not all inclusive. I'm just going to be picking and choosing what I talk about, and just know that there is an infinite amount to learn from our relatives. So it's far beyond anything that I'm going to be speaking about. I do hope that you choose to take this journey. It will be the hardest journey that you ever take, but it will also be the most rewarding journey that you ever take and make. I thank you for joining me today on the channel where lightning is bound to strike. Until we come together again, be well.